2 years ago, in 2022, the Tesla Model Y long range was priced at $66,000 without qualifying for an EV incentive. Now it's $27,000 cheaper after a recent price reduction, making it arguably the best value EV in the US market. The question arises, which model is the better choice, the long range or the standard range? Tesla has slashed the prices of both the rear-wheel drive and long-range versions of the Model Y, but not the Model 3. What's interesting is that, for most folks, the Model Y now comes out cheaper than the Model 3 thanks to its eligibility for the full EV incentive of $7,500. So, without any state-based incentives factored in, the price of the rear-wheel drive version stands at $42,990, which drops to around $35,500 after the incentive. Now, that's quite a steal, especially when you compare it to something like a Toyota RAV4. However, if you're eyeing the long-range all-wheel drive, it's priced at $47,500, reduced by $1,000 from $48,500. Even with the reduction, it's still around $40,000 after the incentive, which means shelling out about $4,000 more compared to the standard version. Sure, it packs lithium phosphate batteries and a bigger battery pack, along with some extra power and features, but keep in mind the destination and order fees, which add about $1,640 to the final price. Tesla has labeled this price cut as temporary, leaving us all wondering what their next move will be. Analysts like Sawyer Merritt speculate that it's a strategic move to drive up sales for this quarter, especially considering the anticipation around the upcoming Model Y Juniper version. While it promises significant improvements, there's a delay in its release for the US market, which might leave some scratching their heads. But fear not, I'll be diving into the reasons behind Tesla's decision in a separate video. Speaking of which, Tesla is forecasting a slower growth rate in 2024, partly due to folks holding out for new releases. With sales taking a hit this year and the absence of new models besides the sluggish Cybertruck production, it's clear why people are eagerly awaiting the Juniper version of the Model Y. However, some are hoping for an even more affordable option, like a Model 2, catering to those seeking a smaller SUV or hatchback. After all, not everyone is in the market for a larger vehicle like the Model Y. And when it comes to the Model 3 and Model Y, they're both relatively large cars compared to what many people are purchasing nowadays. But one thing to consider is that while Tesla's prices are indeed low, the price of lithium has hit its lowest point in 3 years, dropping by a staggering 80% over the past 12 months. This means that Tesla's costs for batteries will also decrease, aiding in their profit margins. Battery companies are slashing prices by up to 50%, engaging in fierce competition. Tesla, too, is benefiting from cheaper battery prices through contracts, making it easier to manufacture EVs at lower costs. So, despite offering discounts of up to $11,000, I don't believe it will dent Tesla's profits significantly. As for which model I choose, well, I'd opt for the Model Y long range. In my opinion, the extra $4,000 is justified for the added range and power. Plus, the faster charging speed of the long-range variant is a bonus. If the price difference were larger, say $6,000 or $7,000 as it used to be, then I might consider the standard range. But at $4,000 to $45,000, the benefits of the long-range version outweigh the cost. When we examine the battery life of these long-range versions, they seem to hold up well compared to the LFP, lithium iron phosphate, batteries. Many Model 3s equipped with these batteries are clocking over 500,000 kilometers or well over 300,000 miles before showing any significant degradation. So, all in all, the long-range version seems like a solid investment considering its longevity and performance benefits. What are your thoughts on this? Bye for now.